Yeah, my hair's still fresh, your hair is a mess, but it's the 365 vlog, let's go. So hello people, today is July 19th, 2016, day 201 of the 365 vlog, and we're going to talk about beta stuff. So with the advent of the creation of Pokemon Go, I got to thinking about like a lot of different things in everyday life that get put into beta. With that and DDR, and the idea of beta came up. So beta basically is just like a phase where any product or software thing goes through a trial and error phase where people pick out the bugs and try and make it better in the next iteration of the final product. However, I think this is an actual thing in our everyday lives that we deal with technology and software because everything is in a constant beta. Think about it, like when the first time you got your first iPhone versus like the iPhone now, there have been different iterations and improvements added to it. So that means at each stage there was a different beta, but no one actually calls it that because it's technically a final product. But if you think about it, like the iPhone 4 versus the iPhone 4S, the iPhone 4 beta was the iPhone 4S's like fixes from that. And that's why I'm thinking about also like just like DDR in terms of how a lot of arcades are getting it, but this is technically just the first stage beta where everyone's testing out whether people like the game or not, and if they do, they'll continue moving forward and adding more machines. And the same thing with Pokemon Go. Everything is just a beta in that because one, the servers don't run properly. There's still many more enhancements that they have to add to the game, like trading, more gyms, actually having like a fucking, what is it, Poke Hospital, was it? I forgot what it is right now, but yeah, that. Those things are just the things that get me thinking that nothing is ever like in its final stage. Normally people will say this is my final form, but technically most things haven't even gotten to that point where it's just like it's already there. Take a look at Overwatch if you play that game. That game is in its beta because it's not even fully done yet because they're still changing things, still changing balances, but at the end of the day, the game is constantly changing. It's never just at its peak. I guess like you could even say the same would be maybe applied to like another first-person shooter like Call of Duty. That usually just stays standard and it doesn't really change unless maybe a new Call of Duty comes out. You may be asking, if everything is in beta, why should I ever get the one thing that comes out? Now, that is a tough question and that depends on your financial situation, and I think maybe waiting for your right opportunity to get into whatever beta it is, you should go for it. I'm gonna use phones as an example. If you got the iPhone 4, don't get the next iPhone afterwards. Maybe wait 3 iterations because they will make one to get a new one to upgrade because not a lot of things change in between. The same thing also goes for gaming because at the end of the day, it really is your monetary like income that really focuses on whether you're going to be constantly upgrading to all these other betas because nothing is ever complete. I think that's the whole message of this video, that no matter how complete someone says something is, there's always improvements to be made. Even though some of those improvements aren't really improvements, they're just micro upgrades that are sold to you at a really high price. I'm talking about phones. But I do enjoy betas for the fact that I've looked at them in like a different way, because betas to me for a long time used to be something that was just closed off to the public. And yes, there are those kind of betas, but I feel like everything in life in terms of technology is its own beta because it's always getting patches, it's always getting upgrades, and we're kind of like the testers, and they're just trying to make sure they fix all those problems with all the updates that you always get on your phone and on your computer and with any game. They're always just looking at what we're doing because at the end of the day you can't see everything or that far ahead, so you have to actually just put it out there and let it run its course and then see what you can fix in the long run. This speaks to like a bigger subject, like talking about like unfinished games and unfinished products in general as you get them, and we have to like go through the problem of buying and spending money on something that's an unfinished product. But that's a different story for another day, and we'll get to that one day. But that's pretty much all I have for you today, guys. And if you made it to the end of this video, don't hesitate to hit the like button, and also if it's your first time seeing my face, don't hesitate to hit the subscribe button because I make new videos when you see them. So tell me guys in the comments, what do you think about my idea of a beta? Do you think that it applies to all things technology? And do you think that all the technology or software or video game software that we have now is all in a beta that is constantly being patched and updated and reiterated with new versions of the games? Tell me in the comment section down below, I'd love to hear what you have to say. But yeah guys, I'm Vandal, don't forget to keep it 365, and I'll talk to you next time with another video. Peace! Bye!